Hello universe, welcome to my world. We're still doing Angelina Jordan, and today is our 35th video. Today, once again, we're having a favorite format. We're doing her through one song and showcasing various versions, and at the end we will show how Angelina Jordan approaches the same song. And today we are looking at the mammoth song that Etta James made world famous in 1960, At Last. Now normally when I feature a co-artist, I have her at the end just before Angelina Jordan, but because Etta James' version so dominates the entire spectrum of this song, we're actually looking at her first. Etta James' classic version was in 1960, but we're having a second part, also by Etta James, further along the line, probably 35, 40 years later, at the end of her career. And we're doing that for a couple of reasons. One, to show that she may have lost some of the power, and she may have lost some of the range, but she still has the timing, she still has the phrasing, which makes her a great, great rhythm and blues artist. And you also can tell from listening to Etta James how through time her voice changes and the capabilities of her voice changes, and there'll be a couple more examples of that in today's video. So let's see Etta James in 1960, and let's see her some 35, 40 years later.
At last, my love has come along. My lonely days are over, and life is like a song. At last, the skies above, they're blue. Oh, and my heart was wrapped up in clover. The night I looked at you.
And this song has been such a colossus, such a monument through the 20th century that many, many great artists have gone down a very, very similar route to duplicate this song. And we are going to look at a mashup of 6 different artists, 6 different great artists who stayed very, very true to this original song. First, we will have Aretha Franklin towards the end of her career. Although there are slight variations from the original, she's really quite true to it. The same thing can be said for Ella Fitzgerald, also towards the end of her career. Then we have a couple of American singers, Haley Reinhart, who graduated from American Idol, and the American singer Eva Cassidy, who died tragically in her early 30s. And the last two, we have the Canadian superstar Celine Dion, who has a wonderful voice, and Cyndi Lauper, but all 6 of these stay very, very true to the original.
At last, my love has come along. My lonely days are over, and life is like a song.
The skies above are blue, and my heart was wrapped in clover. The night I looked at you, found a dream that I could speak to. a dream that I can call my own. I found a thrill to press my cheek to, a thrill that I have never known. Oh, my smile, and then the spell was cast, and here we are in heaven.
Those 6 versions very true to the original. And now we're going to do another version that's very true to the original, which will stand on its own, not because it's Beyonce, but because of the occasion. 2008, Beyonce had the privilege of singing at President Obama's inaugural ball, where she sings the words, "At last." Very true to the original, but it is a special occasion.
At last, my love has come along. My lonely days are over.
Now we will look at 5 versions which are not at all similar to the Etta James. First, we have the original from the big band era, 1941, 1942. The Glenn Miller Band did the original version of James's At Last, and it's with a vocal duet.
At last, my love has come along.
My lonely days are over, and life is like a song.
Another version, which is very different than Etta James, is Nat King Cole. He was very big in the late 50s, early 60s with his own program. And he has a very, very silky voice, immediately identifiable.
At last, my love has come along. My lonely days are over, and life is like a song.
Next version we will do is actually from the year 2000. It's from Joni Mitchell. She was most famous in the late 60s. We'll just have a little introduction from 1969, where she is singing about the place where Angelina Jordan now lives. And then we will show 30 years later, and you can hear the difference in her voice and her range from 1969 to 2000. This is Joni Mitchell.
But California, California, I'm coming home.
At last, my love has come along. My lonely days are over, and life is like a lovely song.
Next, we have the unusual, distinctive rhythm and blues sound of Stevie Wonder. His version of the song is probably the most different from Etta James. Let's have a listen to this.
Yes, my love has come along. My lonely days are over, and life is like a song.
And finally, before we reach Angelina Jordan, we have Christina Aguilera, who fittingly sings the song At Last at the funeral of Etta James. Her version is similar to Etta original, but she draws it out more. She lingers more on the notes and she sings it slower in a similar style, but also very powerfully.
My love is come along. My lonely days are over. And love is like a song.
Now we come to our main feature, which is Angelina Jordan. What we've done, we've looked at 5 different versions of Angelina Jordan, ages 7, 8, 9, 9, and 10 and a half. And whereas we saw how the voice changed over 30, 40 years with Etta James and Joni Mitchell, now we're looking at a much smaller period of time, but how the voice is changing in a different direction, how she's growing into her voice. Especially the last version, you can hear Angelina's greater range and the power of her voice. Very interesting to compare the different versions of the same song by Angelina Jordan.
At last, my love is coming on. My lonely days are over. And life's like a song. The sky above blue. My heart was wrapped up in a clover. The night I looked at you, I found a dream that I could speak to, a dream that I can call my own. I found the thrill to press my cheek to, a thrill that I had never known. In the broken, and he will be high in the heaven. For you will find at last. At last, my love has come along. My lonely days are over, and life is like a song. Oh, yeah, yeah. At last, the skies above are blue. My heart was wrapped up in the clover. The night I looked at you, I found a dream that I could speak to.
It's so interesting to have the same song next to each other from different artists. It's not that we're saying one is better and one is worse. We're looking and seeing how so many different styles contribute to the wide spectrum of one song and what is music, and how even when the singer like Angelina Jordan, when she sings the same song over a period of 3 or 4 years, has a different input and style and interpretation. Okay, gang, we will be running and running, and we will be sticking true to Angelina Jordan because this is an Angelina Jordan channel. Okay, gang, I'm out of here. Catch you later.